Oh, I was gonna scoot up first. Hi guys. Cause I have to move uh this down. I can't reach it. Oh my gosh. So, how is everybody? There we go. So we got up early this morning. We got breakfast just now, and this little guy was hungry too. Okay, he's not mine. I'm babysitting. Okay, I'm not babysitting. If you notice, his face hasn't changed any. He is what is called a reborn baby. Now, I think they're getting more popular than they used to be. There we go. A reborn baby is a baby that is made to look and feel like a real baby. Now this guy, he is a little chunk. He is a little fatty. Yeah. His name is Logan. There's a lot of reasons you would want to collect a reborn baby. Some are just collectors and lovers of their collection, which is fine. Some people get a reborn baby because of other reasons. Maybe they can't have a kid. Maybe they lost a child. It's just, to me, it's just comforting to hold a baby. There we go. Say hi. Hi. He looks real, doesn't he? He was made by Ida on Facebook. I have 2 of her babies. Logan is about, I would say a month or 2, if size, if he was a real baby. He is the Larry kit by Natalie Blick, a very talented sculptor. So what it is, if you would like to buy a reborn baby, they come in a blank kit. Now it's kind of hard to imagine maybe because he's all painted up and he looks like a baby, but the kit is just the head, the arms and legs, and they're just like a white, it's just a blank deal basically. And so these people are going to paint them. Look at this guy, oh my gosh. These people are going to paint the kit to their liking. I know a lot of talented artists. They paint them, they're going to stuff them. There's a lot of different things people use to stuff the babies with, but the most popular thing is little glass beads and polyfill, which you can buy at Hobby Lobby. They paint them, they stuff them, they put them together with zip ties, zip ties, and so let's see if I can get this guy. I started collecting in 2010, and it was kind of an accident. Really, and people think, what do you mean it was an accident? Well, I was looking for something on eBay, and I wish I could remember what that was because I have no idea what I was looking for now. It had nothing to do with babies, nothing to do with anything like that. And under the suggestion, like, you may also like or whatever, there was this kid, like a 42-inch, which is about a 5-year-old child, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Well, and I started said doll. I don't like saying doll. I'll get to that in a second. But still, I never saw a doll that big. I'm like, what is going on here? So I click on it, and it was amazing. This lady painted this doll, and she looked like a real little girl. Like, what? I was just in awe. Well, so I'm a writer, and then I I immediately became fascinated with that. First my love of children. I want to be a mom, and I really hope I could still do that in my lifetime. So there was that, but also my writing. You can look in a book and be okay. Bella from Twilight. They say whatever, she's got brown hair, brown eyes. That doesn't leave a lot of room for. I'm picturing somebody with brown hair, brown eyes, and you're picturing somebody with brown hair, brown eyes, and they're going to be two very, very different pictures, right? So, and I mentioned some of my characters as children or as babies. Like one of my characters' names is Andrew, and I mentioned he was a preemie baby when he was, well, obviously when he was born. God. So, and I mentioned him a lot because I love that character, and he's got sandy blonde hair and blue eyes. So, but again, that picture will be different for every single person who reads my stuff. So, I thought, oh, that's the phone. So I thought, I can actually show people what I'm talking about. If I say Andrew's a pretty little baby, I could be like, well, hey, this is kind of what I had in mind. If you want to come over and we'll talk about little babies, I can show you what Andrew looks like. Now, I'm not going to get the 16-year-old version of him, which is his age in my stories right now, but I can show you him as a baby. Diana, my little Diana. Oh, Andrew's kid. I'll show you a picture actually, but he is the lollipop kid from Pat Seacrest. So then I have my little Diana, who is the Ariana kid from Riva Chic. And I'll show you a picture of her too. She is beautiful, gorgeous little 6-month-old baby size. All of these come in different sizes. He's about a newbornish, like I said, maybe 1 or 2 months maybe. I have between micro preemie, my smallest one is 14-inch Rosebud by Cindy Musgrove, all the way. I have 2 that are 30 inches. Now that's a little big for me, but the Lily Kit by Regina, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm so sorry. It begins with an S. I know how to spell it for you, but I can't pronounce it. But the Lily Kit is beautiful. I have a boy, though. You can make them a boy or a girl. It just depends on how you want to paint them. My Lily is a boy named Eric. And my other 30-inch kit is Leontine. And I cannot pronounce that lady's last name. Danielle. But both my Leontine and my Lily kits are 30 inches. Now with the weight, this guy, Logan, he was reweighted because he came a little bit tiny, in my opinion. Now the artist, I'm not one to judge what the artist had in mind. But sometimes, he came and his little body it just looked a little squished. So I did have somebody reweigh him for me a little bit heavier, which is usually uncommon for me because if anything, I want a little bit of weight taken out of the baby. Because here's the thing. Yeah, these guys are dolls, so you cannot weigh these little babies what a baby would weigh. Now I can't remember what a 1 or 2 month old baby weighs. What about 10 pounds or so? You cannot weigh this baby 10 pounds. Um, my Diana, the Ariana kit, she weighs 10.5 pounds. And she can hold her weight really good. She's a toddler, and the artist made it so she can hold her head up good, and she balances without being propped up, and that's a good weight for her. But if you get this little guy, 10 pounds, like a real baby should be, the dead weight factor, he's gonna feel like close to 20 pounds, and then who can pick up a 20-pound doll, right? So he weighs 6 pounds. He weighs 6 pounds, and also with my CP, it's a little bit hard. I had to get the weight taken out of him because he's 25 inches, and I've learned around 25 inches, I want them to weigh around 7 pounds. For me, that's good. Now, you guys can probably handle a little bit more, but still, that dead weight factor. So 7 pounds is gonna feel more um, 11, I think, ish, something like that. So I asked the artist if the other little guy can weigh around 7 pounds at his 25-inch height. And she said, sure. Well, then he comes home and he's 8'11", which, almost 9 pounds. That's almost 2 pounds heavier than what we agreed on. This poor kid, I could not lift him. He's a beautiful little boy, and I love to hold my babies. And in fact, I gave her pictures of me and Jason, and I'm like, hey, can you, if we had, a baby, can you make a baby that looks like us? So I want to hold this child, but he's so heavy. 8'11", that's way heavy. And I talked to her about it. I said, hey, what happened to, around 7 pounds? Now, I know that you can't get them exact. You can't be like, okay, this is 7 pounds exactly, but, and she's like, oh, well, I would have made him 13 pounds if he was for somebody else. And I'm like, 13 pounds? None of mine weighed 13 pounds. Even my biggest two, they're 11 pounds. I'm like, 13 pounds for that kid? Who could lift that? Oh my goodness. So, gotta be real careful with the weight. But they are delicate. You can't just be all like your little 2-year-old wants to pick them up by the arm and drag them around like they're teddy bear. You can't do that. People do give them to their child, but I strongly recommend watching your child with these guys, or teaching your child, that it's delicate like a real baby, and to me that's okay. If you're trying to, maybe you're pregnant and you want your little daughter or son to understand that when the baby gets here, they gotta be real careful with them. So you can teach your kid to be careful with the little baby, but yeah, these guys, they're held together with zip ties. I mean, they're not just gonna break when you pick them up, but you just do have to be careful. But this guy, he's got painted hair. Let's see here. I think you saw some of his. He has painted hair, which, I mean, obviously means it's gonna look the same always and always. I have some, I'll show you pictures. They have rooted hair. Really, I have no preference. I used to think rooted hair was the best, but then I got one with painted hair, and I'm like, this is really, really adorable. And she did a fabulous job. And so, um, it's just, how you see the baby, everyone will see it differently. And I do prefer awake babies. Now, I understand, baby is going to sleep 20 hours a day. So I guess for the realism factor, it would be more realistic if you got a baby who is sleeping. But I just feel like it's really hard realistically. I mean, you want to dress up your baby, you want to do this, you want to do that. I guess you can with a sleeping baby, but you wouldn't want to wake them up, right? And I kind of get into that. I kind of think a little like that too, like, well, if I had a baby who was sleeping, I would just let him sleep and all this stuff. So I do have 3 sleeping babies and quite a number of awake babies. I have a lot of babies. All different sizes, like I said, from 14 inches to 30 inches. I always feel like I'm missing something. This little chunk, he's so cute. I love him. I change their clothes. I buy them shoes. I don't go the real expensive stuff. I just buy from like Walmart or eBay. eBay is real cheap. But yeah, I do buy their little clothes and shoes and socks and diapers, and I change their diapers every, well, I don't know, 6 months or a year, just something to, the tape is getting a little older, whatever, just kind of, but, changing their clothes. In fact, I meant to change him, and I didn't, but I love him in this. The colors are so cute for him, and they're just like, so, let me see, what can I say? The last 3 I've gotten were from Russia, from my friend Elena T. I can't pronounce your last name, but I love her so much. She's so talented. All of the artists of the babies I have, what? Oh. What? Well, we'll have to put that in a picture because I don't know her store. She has an eBay. She has eBay, and you can find her on Facebook. I'll post that. And she's got I think 3 babies right now for sale. One is a toddler. I think she's selling a Betty by Natalie Blick. I have a couple of Natalie Blick kits. You see, Logan, I said he was a Blick baby. I have Ruby, which is a 16-inch preemie. She's adorable. I have 2 of those, in fact, because I love that kit so much. 2 by 2 different ladies. But Elena, yeah, she has a no, I don't think it's a Blick baby. She had one. I think she sold her. She has a Liam by Bonnie Brown. She has a Gertie by Laura Lee Eagles. And she has Tobiah by Laura Lee Eagles. And they're all beautiful babies. She has such realism with her babies. She does the veins, the little molting on their skin. I mean, they look like babies. Like, yeah, and I've been mistaken before for holding a real child, which is amazing. I love when people say that to me, or they come over, and because we have some of mine on the couch, and they think that there's like a whole bunch of kids just chilling on the couch, and I'm like, oh, thank you, Um, all mine are, most of mine are custom. Um, I've bought a couple, like Logan, actually. Logan was not, well, Logan what is a custom. Yeah. He was made from a baby I saw that Ida already did, but she made him the same. So, um, I usually buy them custom, but I bought one from Elena from Russia, who was just on eBay, and I fell in love with her. I've bought one from Caroline and Laws on Facebook, who is already made. I fell in love with her. Um, um, and I don't have anything against already made, but it's just the back to my, I can make a character, I can make a baby out of a character of mine, and that's what I love doing. And so that's why most of mine are custom, because I can say, hey, can you make this baby with red hair, like Eric has reddish hair. Now Eric in my stories, when he becomes when he gets older, his hair turns black. But when he's a baby, his hair is red. Andy, his hair is red, although my baby of Andy doesn't have as red hair as I had wished. But I love doing customs for that reason. Oh, someone's here. Hi. So this is an open door. Just like on Fuller House, when they say the door is always open, we just, friends come over, caregivers come over, it's, so I feel like there's so much more I wanted to talk about the reborn babies though. And I'm only like holding one of them, but I'm gonna take pictures of my other ones. I have a blog. Last year, it was in January or February. I think it was January. It's called Cute Baby dot dot dot. Oh, wait. And then I discuss A, my love of reborns, and B, why I started collecting, and just all these little things. Because, I hate to say, like, people who don't know this kind of thing, they kind of might sometimes think a lady, especially, but a person, is kind of like crazy for holding a doll. But in the case of a therapeutic situation, holding a doll can be beneficial, especially one that looks as real as Logan. What do you think? You see a baby like this, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's a real child, right? We're not crazy, We want to hold something. Like I can have children, but life so far just did not. I really don't know why I don't have one yet, and I feel I would be a great mother, and I want a baby very bad, and I have names picked out. I know they're gonna go to playing soccer, all these things, but I'm 40 and I don't have a baby yet. So it's not, I know he's a doll. I know he's never going to get older. I know he's never going to go to school. He's never going to be in soccer. I will never have to take him to the doctor. I don't actually have to change his diaper if I don't want to. So it's kind of it's a good and a bad. It's good. I'm holding this cute little, and he looks like a baby, and he's fat like a baby, and he's, but of course I know, this, he hasn't moved yet, right? Apart from me moving him, so, he's, and, but, so for that, then it's kind of sad, because you're like, oh, my baby is not real, but I love him, and I love all my babies. I'll show you pictures. I need to tag the ladies I mentioned in this post. Ida, Elena, Maria, And her mom, Miriam, I love Miriam. She passed away. She did 5 of my babies. Um, there's a lot of wonderful, wonderful artists. I'm trying to think of all my babies so I can list all of these wonderful artists. And they're all friends of mine on Facebook. I I and I share pictures of my babies all the time on Facebook. I have an album with them. I just love to kiss something, I guess. And I kiss our boys all the time, our dogs, Hollywood and Chewy. But I just love to kiss stuff and hold stuff. And Logan, he's just so huggable, right? Look at this chunk. So I really didn't have an organized speech today. I just knew I wanted to show you a baby, especially since I did that post. But that was a whole year ago. And I got great people like seeing it, reading it. I guess I can post that for you too. And just if you're curious, if you're interested in one, that's when I am. I think I posted the other day. I'm actually selling one of mine. I love him. He's beautiful. He's a beautiful little boy, and there's nothing wrong. It's just I do have a lot, and like I said, I'm looking at getting 2 more this year. And I feel like I never changed this one little boy. He's a beautiful little boy. I feel like I never change him, though I never pick him up, I never hold him. It's just, and those, I feel like maybe if another mommy or daddy wants one, and they'll hold him more than I do, then, but, so if you are interested in pictures or, something, I can post him. Well, Logan, I think we're finished. You want to say bye? Say bye. See? He's cute. Say bye. He has the most beautiful painted hair. He's just a beautiful baby. So, I gotta change his clothes and put him down for a nap, right? I may post again later today. Hope you guys like my hair. Somebody said, you should wear your hair down. It's so cute. So I said, okay, I think I will. I love you guys. We're cheerfully below. If you have any comments, questions, please hit me up. I'll be happy to answer anything, even if it's not baby related. I don't care. Just, we're always interested in what you guys want to talk about or know or think or, so any question, any comment, share this with your friends if you like. If there's something you want us to say or do, or that we're, So, alrighty. Let me see if I can reach this button here. I think I need to move. I hope you've been enjoying our posts so far. So, let us know. Love you.